Oh my god, this takes forever. Is there not an easier way? Like, really, guys, is there... Huh. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Whiskey, and welcome back to another episode of Cosmic Sky on the Cosmic Skyblock server. As always, IP can be down below in the description. Feel free to come over and join us and play around and have some fun with the other 4,300 players that are online right now. Like, that is insane. It's crazy, and I love it because a lot of new people are here, making this just more of a fun environment for everybody. So today, as you could probably guess from the intro clip, I got tired of crafting everything by hand. Like, it's time that we build ourselves an auto crafting station. And when I say an auto crafting station, I don't mean just one bot down and we have multiple recipes on it and we just throw everything down into it. No, I mean we have a station set for every custom recipe you can think of. Burnt beef, spider eyes, mashed soup, rabbit stew, and sugar cookies. We're maybe at the end of this going to have all those set up. If not, we're going to have two of the main ones set up that we are going to be using a lot, which is the fermented spider eye and the burnt beef. Because, guys, if you didn't know, these things sell for a bunch. Like, if we go to IS Farming real quick and just look at the recipes, you can see here, the burnt beef sells for $1,300 each. The fermented spider eye, $750. Like, these two things, if you have them unlocked on your island and you have a sustainable cow farm, some coal nodes, some spider eyes, and some sugarcane, like, you can make yourself a lot of money in just a short amount of time. So let's go on over to these chests over here and grab our supplies that we're going to need. So for this, we're obviously going to need some of these auto crafting bots. So let me just go ahead and grab a couple of these to get started. We need some just building blocks to kind of get around with, some hoppers, definitely, some chests, you betcha, some signs so we know what's going on, and then a couple furnaces are going to be needed for a few of these, as well as I'm going to need some like nice pretty blocks, some water, because you'll see what happens there, as well as something, just a nice block for me to know as an indicator, because there is a way to make this fully automated. Like, I have been thinking about it for the last couple of days of how I want to do this, and the way to make this fully automated is by using teleport pads. But unfortunately, we only have a couple teleport pads on the island, and the island itself is not set up yet to have this new idea that I've been thinking of. So there's a way that I'm going to be updating this in the future to where it is 100% fully automated. But for the time being, we're just going to get a semi-automated one to where you have to still grab the items, put the items in it. So let's get started here. First things we're going to need to do, we're going to come over here to the burnt beef station, and we're just going to go ahead and place a chest down just like that and throw a hopper into it. And this is where we're going to need our building blocks. Just build that up and place fly up, thank you. Place the hopper down on it, break those down, and then place our first one. Now, for this one, I am going to be using the one where our crafting scan speed is 4 seconds, our craft per interval is 5 items, and then the rest of the stuff is standard. I've leveled this one up a bit, and it's costed quite a bit. It's like not 5 mil, like 4 mil maybe thrown into this guy already. But we're going to go ahead and right-click on him, go to our recipes, and have this set to burnt beef. So there we go on that one. Actually, we don't need that one to be this leveled up one. I was mistaken. We actually need just the little guy, because the other one I used for something else. So there we go. Right click on him and put him as burnt beef. From here, this is where everything's going to be feeding in. So we're going to go ahead and grab 2 chests and just make this a large chest just like that. And then on one side, feed it in with a hopper. The other side, feed in with a hopper as well. From here, we're just going to go right up. Nope, thank you. And just do the same thing right there. Same thing right. Not what I wanted. And this is why, if you're building a chest, you always have an axe on you. Because, yeah, it's a pain to break these by hand. So from there, next we're going to do is take our signs, just so we have a nice little indicator here. And we're just going to put coal, and then here we're gonna have this say steak or cooked beef. So cooked beef. There we go. And from this, we need to feed a hopper into the backside of it, because we are gonna have this kind of cooking it as it goes. So from there, so hopper there, take our furnace that we have right here, drop that down, and then the backside, we need to feed in the fuel supply for this. So if you didn't know, if you put a hopper on the sides or the back, it actually works as a hopper to the fuel source. So put that into there, put our wood, and our wood would then feed right into the cooking spot for it. Take a hopper, place it on top, just like if I'm glitched. Place it right on top there, and then grab 2 more chests and just do that and that. And we can even, just to make this a little bit more costly or inventory spacious, we'll go ahead and do that there. And then 1 final hopper up there on top. And you know, for this as well, let's just go ahead and let's put another chest there. That way, if who's ever mining up the coal, if they have quite a bit of coal, they know what to do with it. They have the space for it. So now that we have this part done, we're going to go in and grab just some blocks to put here to get started. And then we're going to grab our pretty blocks, a nice little red stained glass. And I'm using glass here because if I place that over there, I can still open the chest. So place our glass there, come out just a few like so, and then come over the sides and just build this up onto the sides. Build that over, build this through to here. Replace that with glass. And replace that with glass. You don't have to fill in these parts right here. I just like doing it because I like it looking nice and neat. So once we have this part done right like that, fill all this in. We're actually going to come in over here, and I'm going to grab this purple block I have, and we're going to place that right there just so I know for myself or anybody else knows that this block is actually supposed to be a teleportation pad. So place that there, so hopper's here, and then I'm even going to put a sign here that says teleport pad from Cow Auto Farm. Perfect. So as of right now, you can't just send only cooked beef, I believe, or not even cooked beef, or raw beef from the teleport pad. So we're thinking of ways to get around that. I don't know if, I thought Rob might have said something in one of his streams. He might have let something leak. I don't know this to be true or not, but there might be something coming to where in the future more things are added to the teleportation pad. So if that is the case, we will be ready. We'll have the teleportation pad there ready to go. If not, there is something I'm working on with dispensers or droppers and stuff like that. So we'll see what we can come up with. But this is future proof, so it is ready to just have a teleportation pad added to it, and to where all of our cooked steak or raw steak would come down into here, go through that hopper, down into the chest to be cooked, and then once it is cooked, it would come down into the cooked beef chest, feed into the crafting chest, and once everything is crafted, or once everything is together, we have our coal and we have our beef. It would go into this guy here. You'd be ready to craft it, and once it is crafted, boom, right there. And we can even add more chests here. Like if I wanted to, I could come underneath right here somewhere and just break this out. I think that's the chest there. Drop another hopper, break it out, and go from there. But I'm not really too worried about that at this moment. It's one of those kind of future-proof projects, and obviously I'd have to kind of get rid of the wheat farm that's underneath it, but we're not going to tell AJ about that part. So once you have that done, I can kind of demonstrate. I might have some supplies over here, so a little bit of coal, and I actually don't have any beef. Okay, so we're not going to demonstrate this part, unfortunately, but there's our first one done. So first one for the charcoal beef or the burnt beef, boom, done, easy. Now onto the spider eyes. So the spider eyes is going to be a little different because it has 2 steps that we're going to need crafting for. So you have our normal just crafting everything together step, but then you also have to turn the sugarcane into sugar. So I will demonstrate here how to do that. First part is just same as always. Break this part out, come over, place down our bot there. We're going to turn him onto where is it? Fermented spider eyes. There we go. So he is ready for fermented spider eyes. I need to grab one of our other crafters. There we go. And then come up to here. Same thing as last time. We just go, we place a chest, maybe. Place a chest there. Take 2 of our hoppers, place on each side, just like that. Come back up and do another, actually, nope. One side doesn't need, this side doesn't need a chest on it. but this side does. So we'll place the chests right there, and then even put a hopper on top. Couple more chests, hopper on top, and then a couple more chests. There we go. So this will be our spider eyes. So I can just go ahead and place a sign here. So it's spider eyes. Perfect. So everybody knows if you're going to bring spider eyes over, you need to put them in this side. This guy over here, he is going to be our next crafter. So we'll place him down, and we're going to set him to be sugar. So he will be crafting sugar, and I made a minor mistake. You actually need to... There he is. I need to place these blocks down first, because if you didn't notice me doing this earlier, you cannot feed a hopper naturally into a crafter of any kind. You actually have to place the blocks down, place the hopper, and then come back and place the box. So, did I grab it? Thank you. And then place him there. There we go. Perfect. So now, just shift right click on him, put him on sugar, and then up here is where we'll have our sugarcane chest. So do a simple hopper right there, drop another hopper, do 2 more chests because sugarcane can kind of build up kind of fast. So we're just going to do it like that. And then we're going to make the same thing just right over here. So this one is obviously, it's not going to be even, just because of the fact that they're built just a little differently. But what you could even do is when you could do this step, the teleport pad step, last, and have them all be at the same height, and just have it drop down to where like you even have a little in case here to where it's like you could be up a couple if you wanted, and it comes down and the water falls onto this. You can do that, or you can just have it uneven. It doesn't really matter to me. It's your call. You make that decision. And, you know, whatever you think looks nice. I obviously will probably clean this up later, but for the time being on getting this built, if I can place these where I want to place them, we're just going to do it this way. So, like that. Bring this out. Just a couple. And then, I don't want to do that. That's actually too far. There we go. And then you, just like that. Perfect. I have more stained glass. Awesome. We'll just fill in the gaps that I miss. Right there. 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 Awesome. So next, I need our purple block to indicate what this actually is going to be. Put that there. We'll put a sign that says from Auto Escane Farm. There we go. And then have our water here. So the way this will work is we have auto sugarcane farms. They're really easy to build. You do have to have pistons and unlocked, so you have to be at least level 10. And they do cost a little bit of money, but as long as they're being AFK, they actually make you a decent amount of money. So we'll have a teleport pad set from where they drop into the hoppers up there, and it will actually teleport them down to here. It'll feed it into this hopper, down through the system, into the auto crafting bot, and then it will meet up with the spider eyes over here, and it will start making sugar. And I can actually demonstrate that because I have quite a bit of sugarcane. So let me grab all the sugarcane. Like I could even just toss a stack here out, like just to demonstrate. Yep. Grabs it into there, and it goes down, and you should see in his hand here in a second, some sugar yep, there it goes. So I can just go ahead, I'm just going to put all this into this chest here so it can feed into the hopper, and just grab a bunch of more of this. Perfect. Just like this. No problems at all. And now we need the spider eyes. So if I come over here, grab some of these spider eyes, we're going to go over to our spider eye chest, right there, drop these in, just like so. Come back over to here, just like this, and just feed them into, you know what, you can see that there are some in there, so we're just going to go ahead and feed a couple into there. I'm going to grab some of the sugar it's making. Oh, it's taking a while on the sugar, okay. So we'll just go ahead and throw all this up into here, and let it go down the long way, just like that. But I'm going to help this along. So we'll grab some of this, and we'll manually turn this into sugar and just kind of help it speed up the process just so you guys can see what's going on. And for all these except one, like this is the only, yeah, he's level 11. So this guy's level 11. He's doing good work. All the others are level 1. So you don't have to level these up. That is entirely up to you. So if we look at this basic level 0 guy, shift click on him. So you can see that the first level up decreases the scan interval. So the craft scan in between each time. So every 10 seconds right now, this guy's going to craft. And he's going to pull a total of 6 or 10 items from the hopper each time he transfers. That can be increased up to 16. The resource or recipe pool limit he has is 2 recipes. So each of these at level 1 can know 2 recipes at one time. The craft per interval is kind of the most important thing to me, I think. It's the number of items that are crafted each 10-second cycle. So on this guy, it's only 2, but on the other guy I have, it's 5. The hopper interval scan, so that's every so many seconds that he pulls items from the hopper. And then the inventory size, so right now you can see it is 9. Sorry, I almost said 18, but it can be upgraded to 18. And I don't know how high that actually can go up. Like, since this guy's already leveled up, let's just level him up, like, twice. Okay. So I leveled him up twice, so he now has 27 spots available. And, like, that's actually quite a lot. But you can see he is pumping through this, and we already have 2 stacks of fermented spider eyes already made. And these things, they're nice. They sell for a bit. And so as you guys can see here, I also do have a spot for the mashed soup, the rabbit stew, and the sugar cookies. These are pretty well the exact same setup. I can show you right here. Let me get the stuff I'm going to need offhand. Okay, there we go. So for mashed soup, it's actually probably the easiest one, just because there is no like secondary crafting or cooking that has to be done. So we have our first guy here. We'll throw that up into there. Grab our hoppers, place that down, break that down, and then place him. Set him to, let's see, recipe pool. We're going to do our mashed soup. Okay, so I lied. This one actually does require some, I forgot that he actually needs to be baked potatoes. So unfortunately, he does need a cooking system like this set up on him as well, unless you have another cooking system that you do, and then you just bring everything over. But you don't have to do it this way. This is just kind of the way I've been working on for the last week and a half and thinking about stuff. So same thing though, you just go up, place 2 chests, hopper feeding into each side, place some chests on top of it, just like that, and then like this, and then let's say, so this side's going to be our baked potato side. So there's 2 ways we can do this. We can either have the hopper feeding directly into this right here, put down a furnace, put a hopper on top, and then a hopper on the backside. Just give everybody some chest here, like that, perfect. And then a hopper going up, just like that. And this can be done the same way. I know there's not automated systems for the way, actually I guess you don't need that system for this, because this is where the cooking's going to be. But the way we could do it is something entirely different. We take this part out, like for the sake of this video, I'm just going to break this guy down like so, and just put another hopper on top of him. So let's just feed a hopper right there. What we could be doing is have just a hopper chain going and have a dispenser or a dropper. I think it's a dropper is what I want. Throwing out items that are already cooked from a furnace, and then transferring them over here and dropping them down into this and feeding it into the crafting system. So that is a way you can do it. Personally, I kind of like just keeping everything in-house here, kind of nice and symmetrical, until I get that system really figured out and working. Like, I'm just going to go with this route. So we will just actually break this down, because I don't need that. 1 chest is enough there, and then 1 chest is enough here. So we would put our sign here for, this would be the beetroot, and then this would be, oh, that didn't get placed where I wanted it. So put that here, and then this would be the cooked, or the baked potato. Just like that. Perfect. Easy. So and then rabbit stew would be very similar to like this setup here, where you have your rabbits auto-killed, and then the raw meat comes down into the hopper system, feeds down through it, cooks it, and then is added with the carrots. And then the sugar cookie is going to actually be really similar to this setup over here. You can do a 2-hopper setup, or you can just have a single hopper unit set up for just sugar, and then you manually transfer everything over. But I think the way I'm working, the way I'm thinking, I'm going to have 2 of these auto sugarcane farms set up. The larger one feeding stuff over to here, because you can just have more sugarcane going to this daily, because you don't have as much wheat to actually grow per day. But same thing, you just have another one of those systems set up just exactly like this, and instead of the spider eyes, it's just going to say wheat. But yeah, it's pretty simple. It's not cheap, definitely. Like guys, these things cost like about $1 million a piece, and then the upgrades for them, like as you can see, like if we just right click on this dude, so first upgrade's 100,000, second upgrade's 100,000, or first upgrade 100,000, 200,000, 200,000, 500,000, 100,000. If I look at this guy, you can see that his craft items per second or whatever is already $1 million. The items per up to 500,000. So it does get costly doing this, as well as you have to think about all the hoppers that you're using. Like I have 20 here, and I've probably used close to 20 already, and I'm not done. Like I have a lot of money invested into this. So this is not something that you should be worrying about until you are like IS level 12 or 13. When you have those auto farms going, and you have a way to make money to then make this to where you're making even more money, because you're spending less time worrying about crafting stuff and more time just coming around and just, coming through every couple of hours, grabbing everything up and just doing sell hand, just like this. And then bam, I just made $98,000. So yeah, it's definitely worth its time if your guys' island is big enough. But if it's not, and you're not progressed enough, just maybe have 1 hopper down. Because I don't even think until level 12, you can't have more than 1 hopper or auto crafter. So, maybe have your auto crafter set up and just have him set to where you have to shift right click him, come in and be like, okay, I think I need to be making sugar right now. Select it. Okay, we're going to make sugar cookies now. Select that. So definitely something to keep in mind. But guys, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you kind of learned something. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them down in the comments. I'll try to address anything. If you know of any ways to improve this, or have any ideas for me on how to make it a fully automated system, I would love to read those thoughts, because I am in the process of working on something right now. But like I said, I need quite a few teleport pads to even get that ready and get that going. But guys, that's all for today. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're not, and if you're buying anything off the store, remember, use code WHISKEY at checkout. But until next time, guys, I will see you when I see you. Bye!